Rising family, a lot of people love to ask me, Scott, what do you eat for breakfast? I eat fruits, but let me show you a specific fruit that I eat. Soursop and sea moss. Now, why soursop and sea moss? They're both very alkaline. This is really good for you. It's going to give you a lot of energy. I'd rather you have this than to have coffee, because coffee dehydrates the body, especially in the time where it's the flu season, where people are getting sick and people are being overcome by all these chronic illnesses and chronic diseases. This is what you need to be consuming. The sea moss, which is really great for you, is going to destroy the inflammation and the parasites of the body, and also the mucus of the body. A lot of people are very congested from a lot of mucus, so you want to take the sea moss and also the soursop as well. So yeah, man, then you combine the both, you can't lose. All right, you can get the sea moss straight from Vita Vegan. Get my soursop straight from Food for Niggas. All right, so yeah, man, eat your soursop, take your sea moss, 1 scoop a day.
Back on my regiment, back on my weight gain, back on my discipline, back to the gym again, back on my vitamins, back on my training, feeling stronger than I ever been. I'm back on my workout, back on my regiment, back on my weight gain, back on my discipline, back to the gym again, back on my vitamins, back on my training, feeling stronger than I ever been. No more slacking on my training, I'm 100 with it. I see the goal in my mind, yes, I'm gonna get it. Strength come from within, it's not the outer image. Blood pumping, my set is a gang of calisthenics. Slim natural build, but still I had no business. I bang out, I'm insane about my health and fitness. Some me time to go train is all I want for Christmas. And I'ma stick to my word like it's a holy scripture. My mind like an ex-con on this regiment.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Fruit up, fruit up, fruit up, fruit up. Welcome, welcome, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. If you're not on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Fruit Up with Bobby Smith. You can watch it comfortably from your TV. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be having that phone in your hand and all that. So I want to welcome y'all. Y'all know every other day how it's been going down. Y'all see how the platform is doing. Y'all see what's going on every other day. Every other day, we bringing y'all influential people who are really working hard in the community, who are really doing that work, really putting that work in, really showing people how to do this. And at a very, very, very high level tonight, I got my brother with me, somebody I've been inspired by for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And, I got to get on my fitness shit. I just watched that video and I was like, man, stop. So without further ado, I'm gonna welcome my brother, man. We're gonna welcome Scott Bernhard to the show. What up, family?
Peace, beloved family. How's everybody doing, man? Happy New Year to you and yours. I'm just so grateful. I'm so blessed to be on this platform, and I've been also very inspired by you, sir. So thank you so much for having me, Bobby.
Indeed, man. Like I said, man, I've been inspired by you. You've been a pillar in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, for somebody like myself who came in, who didn't know a lot about the community, a lot about this lifestyle, looking at you is like, that's how I want to be. That's how I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a tall, dark, buff, strong black man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to see. And he don't eat no bullshit or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we talking about. This is what the community is going forward for. So look at you. So, man, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate you so much. I'm just starting off the platform. You got it going on in the community. And for those who don't know you, let's give them a little background. Let them know where you from, what you got going on, family.
Absolutely. First off, my name is Scott Bernhard. I was born here in New York, in Manhattan. I was raised in the Bronx. Apart from being raised from the Bronx, my family's Jamaican. So it was during a period of my life that I actually went back to Jamaica to understand my origins and understand my roots. I did a couple of years in Jamaica, lived in Jamaica, and now I'm here. I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I will consider myself, I'm a man of the community for sure. Professional content creator, a host, wellness coach, motivational speaker. Somebody that's like to speak the truth and the light. So that's just me in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope too. And then, like you say, I see that shirt, man. Plants over peels. You know what I'm
Plants
saying?
pills,
Like,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's becoming the standard. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like in the community, even outreach in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting to the people who want to eat plants and not go to the hospitals and stuff no more. They tired of being sick.
Right.
What do that shirt mean, man? What is plants over peels? Explain that.
Man, it is very self-explanatory.
It
The
is.
plants over the pills, going back to Mother Nature, going back to the source instead of using all these synthetic and pharmaceutical drugs. That's what it's all about. Just going back to the source, man. We've been fooled for far too long. And we've been so oblivious and so caught up into this matrix of a society where we start to just solely depend on what the doctors say. And then from there, it's like, oh, wow, you know, your destiny is controlled by a man in a white coat. No, let that food be thy medicine. Let the plants
Facts.
be the medicine. Let the herbs
Facts.
shall be the healing of the world, which is also
Mm,
in correlation to the plants. So that's what I believe. And yeah, plants over
mm,
pills.
mm.
Yeah.
So let's get it popping. So before you became the Scott Bernhard you are today,
Mm.
did you face any issues, any health problems growing up or anything?
Um, Good. That's a really good question. I mean, I could tell you the story of how I even became more I'll say more versed in like the holistic lifestyle of living and being more conscious. You know, like I said, growing up in Jamaica, you know, you're on an island and there's not so much fast food, it's not so much processed foods, anything like that. Like, of course, I was young, I was eating meat and stuff like that. But, you know, when you
Facts.
grow up in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, to be very specific, you know, you get introduced to herbal teas and herbal remedies, and you know, this thing that's called bitters, which is like a detox for the body, you know, to just cleanse you out kind of situation. But let me just briefly speak about like how did I, you know, even get to that point as an adult. So back in 2015, I was shooting a documentary called "The World Is Your Gym." If people don't know me, I'm very known in the calisthenics world. Like that's my first love. Like, you know, no gym, no problem. You know, shouts to all the people that do calisthenics, the bar work. You know, it's heavy in New York, so I'm definitely part of that community. I was doing an interview in Times Square and I hurt myself, right? And I hurt my
Mm,
wrist. And when I hurt my wrist, I wasn't aware of how catastrophic the injury was because a lot of adrenaline is pumping and you know it's like, oh, okay, whatever. So the next day I felt a lot of pain. So, you know, we're so programmed to say, okay, if something is wrong with you or something is hurting you and you feel like you're being compromised internally or externally from your body, you want to go to the doctor, which is much, you know, it's fine. So that's what I did. I went to my doctor. When I went to my doctor, he did like a quick analysis. I think he just wanted to get me in and get out. It is what it is. And
facts.
during the analysis, he just said, you have inflammation in your wrist. Now, to my knowledge, I didn't know what inflammation was. You know, your doctor started using these big words and these big terminologies. And I was like, okay, I have inflammation in my wrist. Take these pills, plants over pills. Take
Facts.
this ibuprofen, take these pills to, you know, to just kind of put a band-aid on the problem instead of fixing the problem. So I was doing that for about 2 months. I was doing that for 2 months. And within those 2 months, I noticed that there wasn't a change. I noticed that my wrist still felt very just not good. Like I couldn't really move my wrist during that time. So I became depressed from it because I'm an athlete. Like I grew up doing track and field, playing basketball, very active, you know.
Mm,
So during my depression, I remember the doctor saying, "Oh, I have inflammation." So what did I do? I took up my iPad during the time and I researched and I said, "What is inflammation? What is this inflammation my doctor's talking about?" So when I Googled it, um, it said inflammation is the body's natural defense mechanism. So when something is attacking the body, then the white blood cells go there to eradicate whatever it is that's trying to compromise the body. So one of the
mm-hmm.
things that are highly inflammatory, meat, milk, eggs, animal products, processed foods, unnatural sugars, artificial ingredients, things of that nature, right? That's usually correlated in the SAD diet, the standard American diet. So when I seen that, it kind of put a sense of doubt in my head at first, because I was like, I'm West Indian, we grew up on a jerk chicken, jerk this, oxtail, so like a cultural thing. So with me and my journey, I'm very realistic to my approach. I don't like to jump into things not knowing what it is. So with my realistic self, I said, you know what? At this point, the doctor can't help me. I got to help myself. So what I did, I had to go in and research. And during my research, that's when I found out about the big three, which is Dr. Sabi, Queen of Four, and Dr. Layla Africa.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when I
Facts.
found those three, I started to research and I started to develop more knowledge and become more versed into what I'm going to be potentially getting into. Because at this point, I have to heal myself. Like, I may get, down or depressed for, a small amount of time, but it's very temporary. Like, I always find a way to get back up. And I knew that was the way to get back up. So now going into 2016, I said, okay, I think I know enough. Let me try 1 week of going into this plant-based vegan lifestyle and see what's going to happen. Because I already did the research. I've been watching YouTube videos and I've been seeing people that's been very successful with the lifestyle. So I was like, all right, let me try it out for myself. I tried it out 1 week, Bobby. That 1 week that I tried it out was probably one of the best weeks of my life. I started to sleep better. I used to have very terrible skin, very terrible acne. My acne cleared up. I had a lot of energy. My cognitive focus, as far as my brain focus, was like on par with everything. And I just felt amazing within that first week. And I was like, you know what? I felt really good in the first week. Let me try it out for a second week. I tried it out for the second week. And let me tell you, when I had that inflammation, when I had that problem with my wrist, I couldn't do any pull-ups. I couldn't do any push-ups. I could barely do anything because it was just a pain. It was sharpness. Right? Not knowing that there was a lot of toxins around that area, a lot of mucus around that area. So the second week that I did it, I always call it the week of revelation, because that week I remember I said, I feel so good. Let me just go to the park and see what I can do. Let me see. Shout out to Queen of Four. She's still living and she's amazing. Amazing. Oh my God. If you ever met Queen of Four, there's this aura, this divine aura around this beloved sister, this beloved healer. But
I'm sure.
Yeah, so I went to go do like a couple of pull-ups, and I remember I couldn't do any pull-ups. I did like a good 12, or I think it was like 12. Let's say 12. But from not doing any pull-ups within that 9 to 8 month span of period of time, for me doing 12 pull-ups, just going 1 week plant-based vegan, I got off that pull-up bar and I looked at my hand and I looked at my wrist and I was like, oh, I healed myself. And that was the beginning of the journey. That was the beginning of the journey, man. Once you experience it for yourself, because people could talk, you can have dialect and people could talk about it, but once you experience it for yourself, it hits totally different. It's like it's like a spiritual awakening, and that's what happened to me. So
you know what? We had a conversation with I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Dr. Michelle Knight. She was on here the other night, and she was talking about how we in the age of information, right?
Yes.
She's like, everybody think we in the age of information, which we are, true to that. But she said we need to get off that mindset and get into the age of implementation.
I say.
You feel me? Because we know all the information out here. So that's why, and one of my mottos is, you can't understand this lifestyle until you start living it. So, and that's how you started your journey, basically by just starting it. You feel me? So let's talk about it though. Like you in New York, you in the Bronx,
sir.
And let's talk about the scene out there in New York, and like how it is. Because I'm here in Ohio. There's a lot of overweight, unhealthy people, man.
Oh man.
What is looking like out there in New York? Because like before you go, if I look at my timeline, right?
Right.
If I go down my timeline on any platform, you would think that it's the healthiest planet ever. Like all I
Mm-hmm.
see is people eating fruits. All I see is people doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go outside, it's a totally different story. What it look like out there for you? Where you at?
Man, listen, I love my city. I'm from the Bronx. Like everywhere I go, I'm like, yeah, I'm from the Bronx. Like, yeah, I'm Jamaican, but a big part of the Bronx is also a big part of me, you know? So, my city, the Bronx, is one of the most unhealthiest counties in the world, to be quite honest. I think it's one of the most unhealthiest counties in New York, or probably in the East Coast, one of them.
Mm.
But yeah, we're getting better. We're getting better because now I don't see the neighborhood being overly plagued with like Chinese spot, liquor store, chicken spot, liquor store, Chinese spots, liquor store. You know, these things, these institutions is strategically placed in certain neighborhoods to amplify and speed up the destruction of the people.
Facts.
Because I look at it and it's just like there's a saying that if you don't know, you better know, right?
Mm.
But if you do know, then there's a chance for you to do better. If you don't know, you don't know. Like,
Fact.
how are these people gonna have access to organic produce and have access to good food if they never seen it before? It's like you wake up every day, you see the liquor store, you see the Chinese spot, you see the food spot. So it's like it's getting better. I would say the Bronx is definitely getting more conscious. It's getting better. Yes, we do have those areas where we consider food deserts, or I consider food deserts for sure. But other than that, it's getting a little bit better, I must say. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's good, you know, that is getting a little bit better. But
It is.
for people who watching like online, like who would say like, I want to live like that. Like, well, first of all, explain to the people, what do you eat on a normal day? How is your diet?
Yeah.
What do you what do you live by?
So I consider myself a vegan. I've been vegan for 7 years, going on 8. I'm a very simple person. I discovered raw vegan last year, and that totally changed my life. Actually, that definitely totally changed my life. But I will explain 2 different things, because when I'm in my raw vegan phase and my raw vegan detox, like, I'm strictly raw. Right now, for me, it's like 60% raw and 40% I do some little cooked food here and there, whatever, a little quinoa, a little chickpeas. But I must say that I am at my optimal when I'm raw vegan, for sure. So what I'll eat in the morning, I'll eat fruits. I'm a fruit fanatic, man. I love my watermelon. You see, I got my Asian pear right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grapes. I'm a soursop, blueberries. If I'm not eating fruits in the morning, then I'm going to have a herbal tea. And the teas that I like to drink are bitter tea. I like bitters. I don't know. I just like bitters, and I'm not too much of a person that has like a sweet tooth or like sweet things. It actually makes me cringe. So I actually like bitter teas. Like I like soursop leaf. I like cassava sagrada. You know, neem. Like those teas that make people want to just hurl. but those teas. But those teas are the one that's going to help cleanse your blood. The burdock root is going to help cleanse your blood. It's going to make you much better. It's going to destroy the inflammation. It's going to kill the parasites. So, yeah, man, if I'm not eating fruits, I'm doing tea in the morning. And then later on, I'll probably do like a huge salad, or I'll do some cooked food from time to time, cooked vegan food from time to time. So, yeah, I'm very simple.
That's dope. And so you, with the cooked food raw vegan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said you use about 60% raw right now.
Yeah.
What is the biggest differences when eating cooked food versus eating raw food?
The biggest difference, I would say, raw food, it absorbs much quicker. The body just, like, it just literally just digest everything much quicker, absorb things much quicker. And because of that quick absorption, especially when you're instead of eating your fruits, drinking your fruits, of course, or drinking your plants or what have you, anything in this liquid form is just going to absorb much quicker, you know, when it comes to the body, into the bloodstream. I feel like when I'm raw, like, because I did a 21-day raw, I did 21 days, and man, everything is just so much quicker, man. And especially when I try to like go to sleep, I go to sleep like this because the body is not overly excessively working, because it takes a lot of energy, a lot of enzymes to break down those calories when it comes to the cooked foods, you know. So I would say that's the biggest difference. Yeah.
So with the foods, I see one of your, if I'm gonna ask you, what is your mission? Like, if you had to say, I'm Scott Bernhard, my mission is.
I'm Scott Bernhard, and my mission is to help as many people as I can before I leave this earth.
That's simply that.
Simply as that, brother. I'm not a complicated person at all. You can ask all the shorties I dealt with. I'm not complicated. I keep it thorough.
Facts. Now,
like that's my mission. That's my purpose. Once you have your mission and once you have your purpose, you just find it so much easier to go through in this lifetime. Like, oh, this is what I have to do. This is the reason why I'm waking up. This is the reason why I'm sacrificing and doing this, that, and third. I have my mission. I have my purpose. I know my calling, you know. I never seen it, you know, at an early stage as far as my teenage years. But now, you know, what? I'm 31, about to be 32. Can't believe that. I feel much younger. But no, for real.
Facts.
But it's like the way how my mind is and the way how I think about things, I analyze things. I'm like, yo, like, this is my mission. This is my calling. I have to spread truth. I have to spread knowledge. And I cannot just keep this knowledge to myself. I need to spread this amongst the community. This is why I say, like, people be like, oh, Scott, you a celebrity? No, I'm a man of the community. Please don't get it twisted. I don't even want to have that title nowhere in life. I'm just a man of the community and just doing what I have to do to spread the truth and light to my people.
Yeah, and but you know, that's exactly what you're doing. That's what I see you doing. But don't downplay it. Let's not downplay it and like act like you ain't being seen with the celebrities and the people who out here doing it. You know, they love Scott Bernhard. So, because I seen you with Styles P. I seen you
shout
with
out to P.
Story. I seen you with all type of people. Talk about that, man. Talk about some of your traveling experiences and some of your collaborations with, like, I seen you with Duties. That's my fella right there. Yeah, facts.
That's my brother, man. That's my brother.
Facts. But yeah, man, talk about how it's been for you and you know, like the impact that you have had and able to deal with people like that.
Man, really good question. In this world, we're all human beings, right? No matter of status quo, no matter about economics, no matter about whatever it is. As a human being, treating a fellow human being, it's just all love and it's just all energy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I respect the position that you're in right now, but it will never faze me. It would never faze me, right? I'll never like put you on a high pedestal, like, oh my God, like. But it's just like we're just really good people connecting with other really good people. But it's a blessing to know, you know, these individuals and developing different relationships with them as well when it comes to the mission, you know, because like everybody that comes around you, sometimes it's not for you. So you have to use discernment and figure out, okay, you know, what's the agenda here? What's going on here? Whatever. You know what I mean? But everybody that I've interact with so far, like, you know, P, you know, gangster and gentleman, you know, brother, You know what I mean, Big Bro Safari, you know, just people overall in general, just been really good people that's been just true and dead to the mission, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. So it's just been a blessing. And to know that I know them, and you know, we can collaborate on certain things, and we can bounce ideas back and forth, and you know what I mean? So yeah, it's
That's
cool.
what it's about. That's what
Cool,
it's about,
man.
family. And that's what I'm about. I'm about connecting. You know what I'm saying?
Too, brother.
And you know what? I one thing about me is I respect everybody grind, no matter how you get there, no matter what it is. Because you know, in my community, and I ain't gonna even say in my community, but where you separate the lines with me is fruitarianism. You know, that's big. That's been a big talk. You know, we got people attempting to live this way now. It's like a big splash or a fad,
Yeah.
as sort of sense. But I look at it as people getting back to the roots. So,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on fruitarianism?
Honestly, I think fruitarianism is definitely probably the ultimate goal for me. But I need to be, I would say I want to be in the island somewhere. I don't know which island yet.
Right.
But a great example, the first fruitarian I ever met in my life, Orville Douglas. I'm in the Bronx. He lives in Harlem. Not too far at all. Orville's about to be 60 years young. That man don't look nowhere 59. The man only eats fruits. And I had the pleasure of interviewing Orville, you know, and that I've known him for quite some time. I think I first met him when I turned vegan. We met at a festival and everything like that. And he was just a cool brother. And I think fruitarianism, done correctly and done the right way, can definitely be an optimal lifestyle. Because like you hear people doing it, but when you see somebody doing it and you see that they're thriving, you see that they're living, and they have a Facebook group that's helping people cure all of these chronic illnesses and chronic diseases that modern day allopathic medicine can't cure, and tend to say, oh, there's no cure for that. It just makes you scratch your head like, wait a minute, what's going on here? It brings a level of curiosity. It really does.
That's what and you know, Orville, shouts out to Orville Douglas. Orville Douglas, I got Orville coming on January 21st.
Amazing.
And I got a lot of questions for Orville, because that's kind of how I base my lifestyle off of, because I was joining his Facebook groups, and man, his Facebook groups is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm actually doing Facebook groups and helping people and get people to eat more fruit. So he definitely been an inspiration. Let's talk about your workout habits, man. Like what I see, you got the 6-pack, you buff, you know what I'm saying, you stay in the gym. How important is fitness in the community and what you're doing?
Oh man, fitness is everything to me, man. Fitness is what saved me, to be quite honest, because you know, sometimes when you go up in the inner cities, wherever you're from, I'm from the Bronx, you know, there's a lot that's going on. It's a lot that's going on, man. And I remember a time in my life when I was like 18 or 19, I was like, you know, going through college and stuff like that. And I was just so confused on like what I really wanted to do, and, you know, just something that's going to help me escape from the everyday stresses of life, you know. And I remember back in high school, I used to watch these videos on YouTube of the bartenders and bar stars, you know, the calisthenic cats in New York, and I'm watching them go crazy in the streets with the push-ups and the pull-ups and everything like that. I'm like, yo, like, this is ill. Like, you know, I used to just watch it. Come to find out, there was a community like that around my neighborhood. So like, you know, when I found that community, I found a brotherhood. And it's funny enough because we have a park called Brotherhood Park, Team Brotherhood. You know, I actually gave the name. but yeah, man, Fitness, and I'm not just fitness. I would say calisthenics really shape my personality, really shape my brand, really shape the essence of me, because I learned so much throughout the journey. You know, it's so funny, like the people that I used to watch on YouTube, now I can call allies. Now I can call friends. I can call like, oh, those are my brothers right there. Like I know Giant, I know bar stars, I know bartenders, you know, and it's just so amazing to see that I was very resilient and I stuck with the journey, and I'm still here. I'm still here. So apart from the fitness, you know, within the fitness aspect, I would say is like it has helped me emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, business wise. I never thought I would turn this into a business. Kind of weird, but it's cool, you know. But I would say, apart from the physical or the vanity of it, like yes, I understand. Like you know, I look good, of course. I got the six pack, I got the nice lean shredded physique or whatever. But my mentality, my discipline, because you're my man. Like growing up, you can't leave this park until you finish these reps and sets. Like you can't, and if you quit, you can't come back to the park. Like we're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So like,
right.
Yeah, you hear what I'm saying, right? So having that kind of discipline and having that kind of like that mentality has like, it's ingrained in me. It's ingrained in me. So people ask me all the time, like, yo, Scott, like, how did you get like that? You know, if you're a veganist, I said, listen, I'm disciplined. I work out. Like I put pain in, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I like that too, because everything goes back to discipline.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you build in doing anything. I pride myself on my discipline. Like, and but one thing about me, man, I don't like working out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is so crazy because I've been trying and trying and trying. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's something you really got to work on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? Like when I see y'all out there doing all that work, I be like, man, them boys, that's discipline.
Yo.
So, but I take that same approach with the diet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing. That mentality. You got to have that warrior mentality, and no matter what you doing.
There you go. That warrior,
you know what I'm saying? Mentality. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's talk about what you got going on. I heard you talking about on Instagram one time that you was talking about like doing like a retreat.
Oh man.
And you know, and getting some people together
about that.
Yes. Like because I've been thinking about doing something like that. Like I actually do got a small retreat going on in March, and talk about the importance of gathering, you know, and bringing people together, man.
Oh man. You know, it's a beautiful thing when you can bring people together who are like-minded individuals and create a community just for them or just for those kind of people. Because now everybody's relatable and everybody feels understood within this community. There's no sense of awkwardness. There's no sense of like, oh, right. We are here for a mutual and common goal. That's what it is. So getting more into the details of my upcoming retreat to Jamaica, you know, which is my homeland. You know, it's not my birthland, but it is my homeland. I'm extremely connected to Jamaica. I used to go to school there and everything like that, you know, and then came back to the States and what have you. But I want to show people a side of Jamaica that they probably never have experienced before. Because when you think of Jamaica, you think about, you know, you think about the tourist areas, you think about Kingston, you think about, you know, being on the resort and on the beach and sipping Long Island iced teas. Oh, no, wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Rick's Cafe. You know? Yeah. So, this retreat that I am hosting in August 9th to the 12th is going to be a spiritual journey. It's going to help you mentally and physically as well, because you get to work out with me exclusively. But along with this retreat, I want to show you a side of Jamaica that is just pure nature. You can breathe again. You can inhale. You can exhale. You can feel the electromagnetic waves of nature itself. You're gonna wake up every morning and have a bitters shot or a ginger shot. You're gonna wake up and have the freshest of fruits. You're gonna have amazing 3-course Ito, which means like very plant-based vegan meals with little to no seasonings, but still taste so well for you. And you're just gonna be so connected to nature, and you're gonna just be so much of a better individual than when you came before till now. And I'm hosting this retreat at Vital Frequency Retreat, which is in St. Mary, Strawberry Fields, St. Mary. All right. And like, this is a place where my family grew up in the countryside, so I like to say there's no street lights. I mean, no, there's not really street lights. I mean, but it's the countryside, you know what I'm saying? But,
Facts.
But also, you're gonna get a chance to go see the waterfalls. We're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna actually show you where we cultivate our sea moss as well, because Vital Frequency Retreats, they partner up with I wouldn't say two different brands. I'd say like two partnered brands, because both the CEOs have their own brands. You have Vital Vegan Inc. Shout outs to Mike, and then you have High Frequency Tea. Shout outs to Shaniqua. So we're gonna show you where they cultivate the sea moss, the Condis crispus, not the farm raised sea moss. This is wild crafted sea moss. So you're just gonna see the beauties of what Jamaica have for you, and getting away from that whole generic going to the resorts and somebody wearing a fake dreadlock cap talking about, yeah man, like, you're gonna get away from that. You're gonna get the original. You're gonna get the original vibes of everything. So this retreat is gonna be amazing, and more information is coming on this soon. You know, I'm working on the website, booking information, but a lot of things is gonna be in store for that, and I'm so
dope.
excited. I can't stop smiling of how excited.
That's dope, man. Congratulations on that too, man. Like, that's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to talk about Jamaica a little bit real quick. I hear a lot of people go over to Jamaica. You know, they say it's a different way of living, like a easier way of living. Talk about the fruits over there. Is it a big difference in the fruits over there than what's over here?
It's a big difference in the fruits. It's a big difference in the food. It's a big difference in the. I must admit, man, it's a big difference, man. It truly is. The fruits are much more fresher down there, because these fruits and these produce, they're not sprayed with pesticides, or they're not in like controlled areas. It's in the wild. So these fruits and the fruits, the plants and the produce, it's just fresh. It's not being contaminated. It's not being compromised in any kind of way. That's how I feel. Well, you know, when I, consume the fruits and I eat down there, So, yeah.
That's crazy. I hear so many people talk about that. One of the things I'm about to get into next month is the fruit. I got a challenge called Fruit and Herbs.
Yeah.
And it's on Facebook. And I'm doing it with my family. Cosmo Sage, he like real good in the he real knowledgeable in the herbs. And he was talking the other night about something you was just talking about, the Condis crispus sea moss. Is that what it is?
Condis crispus.
Condis crispus. Can you tell me a little bit about some of that? Because I don't know, I'm not really familiar with it. Can you give me some of like the benefits and why you use that?
Oh man, I mean, Condis crispus is like, that's a wild crafted, man. That's straight off the rock. People need to understand, okay, where does sea moss get their 90% essential minerals for the human body? Even though bladderwrack is a form of sea moss, a form of seaweed that has all the minerals in its entirety. But the sea moss, the ocean algae, the sea plant, which is one of the most nutritionally dense plants in the world, attaches itself to the rock. When it attaches itself to the rock, it literally absorbs the nutrients of the rock, right? So from there, All right, we have CMOS. Now, what we're looking at as far as the benefits of it, a lot of people don't even understand the story of how like CMOS was even discovered. So the people of Ireland back in the, I would say the early 1900s was going through a famine. And within this famine, of course, you're trying to find something to eat. You don't know what to eat. You know, you're going through a famine. You're going through a crisis. People are dying because of malnutrition. The people of Ireland went to the shores and started eating the ocean algae. So that's why sometimes they say Irish moss. Because during that time of the famine, they had nothing else to eat. But they figured out like, oh wow, this is edible. We can live off of this. So that's the story right there. So as far as benefits go, it's great for your thyroid health. Now, what's your thyroid? Your thyroid is connected to your hormonal imbalances and balances, and some people do suffer from thyroid health because you know it's funny enough, some of these red 40 and yellow 50 and these secret ingredients that they're putting into these processed foods literally messes with your hormones.
Facts.
Big facts. And people are introducing these ingredients into their bodies and they don't know what is doing to them. It's actually destroying you from the inside out. Your thyroid health is going to be compromised. Other than that, okay, much energy. I take CMOS probably like four to 5 times out of the week. I don't take it every single day. But if you do need a nice little pick-me-up, the CMOS is going to give you energy. Destroys parasites and clear out the mucus. If it's one thing with me, man, I'm a first responder. As soon as I feel congested or as soon as I feel like my body's being compromised from something, you know, right now is the flu season. So as soon as I feel like, I feel a sore throat coming up, I take my CMOS. First responder. I'm not trying to wait. I'm not trying to do none of that. So get rid of the mucus. Great for the skin as well. You see, come on, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
The shorties be like, "Oh my God, your skin is so smooth." I'm like, it's the CMOS.
That's dope.
I'm gonna tackle this as well, because I do get messages from my men out there. This CMOS is going to help with your impotence. It's going to help increase your overall testosterone and help with your impotence. There's a lot of men out there that are suffering from erectile dysfunction or impotency in some kind of way or fashion, not knowing that if there's no blood flow going through the body, then there's no erection going on. And there's a reason why, because you're probably introducing all of the processed meats, the processed foods, the alcohol, things that should not be in the body, things that like clearly are foreign substances being overly consumed and piled up into the body. So what you need to do, you need to detox. The CMOS is going to help with that. It's going to help to remove all the toxins out of your body and also promote better blood flow. So yeah, those are some of the benefits.
Hey, you know why?
Also, on bone and joint strengthening as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, because they said they got 92 of 102 minerals, right?
Yes.
So the only reason why I stayed away from CMOS, because remember I told you that's why I need to talk to Orville, and I can't wait to talk to him.
Yeah. Now Orville,
you heard what he said.
All different.
You know what he said? He teach like CMOS is for fish, and when he said that, like, what do you need CMOS for? CMOS is for fish. But then when you hear all the benefits, it's like, damn, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you don't need it, but you can use it. But what about this CMOS? Word about the people. There's so much CMOS out there right now. Like, how do you distinguish what's good, what's real, what's fake, what's not?
I did a video on this on YouTube, man, and this video caused a lot of controversy. I think it's like at 300,000 views on YouTube, and I don't remember what I named it, but I said fake CMOS versus real CMOS, right? And when I say fake CMOS, I am calling out the farm-raised sea moss, the sea moss that's being cultivated in the nasty, dirty, polluted waters, and you're trying to sell it to people, and it has that wretched smell, and it has all this unnecessary salt. It's not even cleaned well. You can't even clean that because it's dirty anyway. And you'll know, and this is why people need to understand where they're getting their sea moss from, where they're getting their Condas crystals from. Understand the source. Are you getting it from Jamaica? Are you getting it from St. Lucia, Grenada? I can name a couple of other places as well. But I always tell people, just do your research. Stop being oblivious. Do your research. Figure it out, like where you getting your product from, where you getting your sea moss from. So you just also, oh man, I wish I could. Now it's in my kitchen. I was gonna bring you some sea moss, some but if it's overly thick, has a very bleach smell, very distinctive smell, and has a lot of salt on it, most likely it's farm raised out of its natural habitat.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people. It's so much people selling sea moss and with the different flavors, and you know what I'm saying. So you definitely got to be careful with that. What do you do for people, Scott? Like, how do you help people personally?
Oh man, I would say majority of what I do as far as helping people is through content creation. It's kind of crazy to see walking in New York or just walking anywhere in the United States, because people stop me so much, and it's crazy. Yo, Bernhard, I sent that video to my auntie about the sea moss, and now she walking again. Just giving an example. Yo, you taught that video about the fruits. I started eating fruits, and it cleared up my eczema. So it was just like, yo, I didn't realize. Oh my goodness, these videos that I've been producing just to show people, and just for my enjoyment, for my fun. This is something that's way bigger than me now. This is something that's saving people's lives. This is something that is impacting people, and bringing a more conscious outlook towards the people. And I was just like, wow, I got to continue doing this. I have to. I have to. Like, it brings me so much joy when people can take time out their day just to say, yo, bro, what's good, baby? Yo, what's going on, man? Yo, I remember one time I was in Whole Foods. This was crazy. I remember one time I was in Whole Foods, and I got stopped by a whole family. A husband was like, hey, babe, this is the guy I be watching on YouTube. And he's like, yo, you got to meet my wife and 2 kids. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful because I'm a man that goes through this life and I don't expect things. So I never expect one to like stop me or recognize me from YouTube or whatever the case may be. But all in a nutshell, man, I just help people through content creation. If it's not doing content creation, then I actually speak to people, because people stop me in the city, and if time permits it, I'll have a conversation with people, and whatever it is, just an organic conversation. Sometimes they ask me about health things, and I'll do my little 1-2, and I'll suggest certain things. Another way that I help people, I still do training. I do online training right now. So I actually have a client that got off his his hypertension medication pills. He joined my online training, custom workout plan, custom meal plan. I got him in my Facebook group, got him to reduce, because everybody has a journey. Like, it took me 8 to 9 months for me to even understand what I was doing. So we just tried to reduce. Okay, we'll have a meatless Monday right here, and then from there we'll help you transition along the journey. But other than that, help him get off his high tension medication, things of that nature. He said his wife is looking at him way different in a good way. But that's
Facts.
all I do, man. I just help people. That's all I do. I just put the information out there, put the knowledge out there, and that's it, man. I don't expect nothing in return for that.
Right. And that's dope too, man. I when I watch you, I see you doing a lot of things. And
Thank you.
before I get up out of here in a minute, I gotta tell you, the dancing, the shows and rocking the crowds, man. Like, what is the dancing and what is that aspect of this lifestyle been for you?
Man, let me tell you, man. I was dancing since I came out of my mother's womb, man. Dancing has been a huge part of my life, and I felt like I did not understand my love for dancing and entertainment and just being free until I moved to Jamaica as a youngin, because you in the island, it's a lot of reggae, it's a lot of dancehall, and rest in peace to my auntie. She was very involved in that culture, so like I knew the new dances, I knew the big time artists and the celebrities and stuff like that. And I remember one time my auntie, she had a big show, probably like thousands of people. And I don't know, I remember what I told her. I was like, auntie, I want to dance. And she just pushed me out in the crowd, and I just started dancing for the thousands of people. So having that fearless mindset as a young man going into now, it's like, it's whatever. Actually, I get more energy and more hype when there's more people out there. There's no like backing down. There's no like, oh, I'm nervous. When you see me host Vegan Day, when you see me host these events, I'm just in my element, because there's a level of overconfidence within myself. Like, I got this. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, dancing is just a part of me, man. It makes me happy. I love to do it. You know what I mean? Anything. I was like the Harlem Shake. I was a Harlem Shake champion on my block. When we used to do the block parties and all that. Yeah, I used to. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes me happy, man. This puts a smile on my face, man.
Hell yeah.
And I always tell people, the moment that I stop dancing, know that something's wrong with me.
It definitely seems like it brings you a lot of joy, man.
It does.
And I've been watching you. You know what I'm saying? It's fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like watching that aspect of it makes all of this seem so much fucking fun. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, that guy right there having fucking fun with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I aspire to do. I don't aspire to be dancing because I can't dance worth a fucking lick.
No, let me tell you, right? I'm not the type of person to toot my horn or to be braggadocious or whatever the case may be. Not at all. Like, I'm very. If you ask anybody in real life, like Scott, he be chilling. Like, I'll just be chilling. But when you put me on that stage or you put me on any platform, it's like there's a fire, there's an aura that just comes out of me. It's like, nah, it's lit. Like, we about to turn up.
Right.
And funny enough, like, man, going into this lifestyle, man, it's about to be 8 years, right? Yo, I go to these parties, I go to these events, I'm in the VIP section. Yo, you want to drink? I'm like, nah, I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? But yet I'll be the most turned up in the function. I'll be the most lit in the function. I'll be that, oh, this guy's crazy. Oh, he off the fruits and the sea moss. You know what I mean? I don't need no alcohol, none of that, bro. Like, I be sober and just having fun, man. I just want to keep it that way. Like, I just want to literally keep it that way. You know what I mean? Just be sober and just have fun, man. So that's what it is.
And that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, family. And that's real inspirational. You feel me? Like, it's real inspirational, man. Before we get up out of here, though, let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you this: to live this lifestyle, right? You gotta give up a lot.
Yeah,
but you get a lot. What would you say you had to give up?
I'm sorry, what have I to give up? dairy that used to make me so tired all the time and make me break out. Meat that used to make me feel bloated. Honestly, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm naming it, and it's like, yo, honestly, like, this lifestyle that I'm living is the best. It has transformed my life. It has made me so much happier. It has unlocked business opportunities and opportunities I never thought I could ever obtain, to be quite honest. You know, like hosting Vegan Day 2 years in a row, and doing certain events and hosting certain events and meeting Mayor Eric Adams and all that good stuff. So it's like, for me, man, you got to sacrifice in order for a greater gain in this life. You can't just have it all. Like, some people just like, oh, I want to have it all, I'm so greedy. You got to sacrifice in order for a greater gain. So I did not know where my journey was going when I first started it. I didn't think like, oh, you know, I'm going to this journey, I'm gonna start hosting, I'm gonna start doing this. Yeah, I just had to go with the feeling of it and how I felt spiritually, mentally, physically. And I was like, nah, like, I just feel so amazing doing this. I feel so vibrant doing this. It's like, once you keep on having this feeling, why would I stop this feeling? Why?
Right. Yeah.
You know, so for me, you know, things that I had to give up, I just had to give up things that were no longer serving me any longer, man.
And that's it. Hey, and you know, I ask people that question all the time, because I feel like at first I felt like I gave up so much. Like, I gave up all my friends I used to be with. I used to do all this, but I didn't gain a whole new life.
My friends be, at first they was like, what was going on here? You know what I'm saying? But when they see the energy, when they see the vibrancy, when they see me on that, I remember when I invited my friends to Vegandale in New York, and they were like, yo, Scott, we never knew you get like that. You know, but because that's the thing, you gotta be the example. You gotta be the example. You gotta shine your light, and you gotta shine your aura so other people can catch on to it. Like, going back to being sober and partying, I think, me personally, I feel like I make veganism look dope as hell. Make it look cool. Make it look like, yo, my man, like, I can live this lifestyle and still, you know, be in the party or be in the club or be at the events. I don't, you know, it's so funny because when I hosted Vegan Day in Miami, my guy, Jordan, he's like straight up Jamaican from Miami. And when he first heard Vegan Day, he thought that we was going to be in a circle holding hands, singing Kumbaya. I give you told me that. Yo, my man told me that. I said, yo, what are you fucking? What? Like, and then Jordan, don't kill me. And then when we I need a moment.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he thought it was gonna be a whole bunch of white people holding hands singing Kumbaya. Yo, and then when he went there, he was like, yo, Scott, I'm not missing this no other years. Why you ain't tell me about this? I'm like, yo, I'm trying to tell you about this. It's just really fun, outgoing people. We have some amazing vegan food vendors. We got some people who's thinking about going vegan, but they want to see how the scene is. Okay, bring them in. That's fine, or whatever. Right. And me personally, it's not even like I'm on a mission to make it look cool. This is just me.
Right.
This is just me. But it also shines because I'm in the community and people look up to me in the community. So it's like, yo, Scott B, you know? So yeah, man, that's it.
That's how I do though. Like, I came in, I don't know if you know who Kev Ramon is.
Yes.
He did the 160 days on watermelon. That's my brother.
Okay,
yeah. He like I tell him all the time, we changing the narrative of what you get, like how you gotta be to live this life. Right. I remember I told my dude I was going up to a fruit festival, and I was like, I might go down to a fruit festival in Miami. And he was like, man, you might want to check the name of that. And I'm like, you might want to see what that's really about. I'm like, man, that's what they think.
Let me tell you something, man. See, that's the thing. People fear what they don't understand. And when they don't understand, they come from a place of ignorance.
Yeah.
And it's fine, right?
Fact.
I was there. I remember one time in my life, I was like, man, I ain't vegan what? Like, I remember back in the day, I never ate salads. Back in the day, I never ate salads, bro. I just hated salad. Like, why you got all this green? Where's the chicken? Like, you bugging. Like, you know?
Fact.
And now, life, I'm eating big bowls of salad. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, going back to what people feel but they don't understand, like a great example, right? Going back to the impotency and men ever suffering from erectile dysfunction. My brother, between you and I and everybody that's here, man, like, if you live this lifestyle the right way, your libido just skyrocket. You don't even gotta worry about no ED. You don't gotta worry. No.
Facts.
No.
Facts.
So when the cats is talking about, yo, you need a piece of steak on that. You need I'm like, no, I don't.
No.
So
That's gonna slow you down, my guy.
Yeah, exactly, man. So I'm good, man. I'm good.
Hey, that's one of them things that you got to start living this way in order to understand it. You know, I can tell you all day, like, hey, brother, you get in there, you gon'. But if you don't do it, you ain't gonna know it. So that's a good ass point. Yeah, man. Yeah, like I say, bro, you a phenomenal human being, man. You know, I really respect you. I really appreciate you for doing all the hard work that you do, and definitely appreciate you for coming on the platform, man. You know, as we trying to grow, you know, we just trying to grow. Yes. You know, get more people to eat fruit. You ain't got to be a fruitarian. You ain't got to be a raw vegan. You just got to eat better to live. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Be more conscious of it, about your choices. Be more conscious about your living. That's the most important thing, man. Like, just be more conscious. Y'all can't be out there standing on the line for the Popeyes chicken sandwich and shooting each other and killing each other. Letting these things control your mind and destroy your pineal gland. Come on, man.
Man, we got to get in tune. We got to get in tune. We got to get in tune. And the distractions, the vision, this eat this way, eat that way, seeded, non-seeded, organic, non-organic. All of those things are division. So
yes, it is.
That's why, you know, that's why you see me out here saying, hey, I'm not an advocate for not one thing. I'm an advocate for, if I am an advocate for one thing, it's being healthy.
Yes.
You know, no matter how you got to get there.
Same.
So that's my message. So definitely appreciate you. Definitely much love, brother. Before we go, man, plug yourself. Tell everybody what you got going on, and you know what they can find from Scott Bernhard.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely. Please tap in with me, family. Instagram, Scott Bernhard. SCOTTBRNHARD. YouTube channel. We just crossed over 500,000 subscribers. That's 500,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow! Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Please tap in with me on the YouTube. Like, yeah, you know, Instagram is cool, but me personally, I feel like YouTube is the platform for the knowledge seekers. That is the platform for the scholars. You know, longer form of content is nothing that's going to just be a quick dopamine fix, because that's what like Instagram and some of these other platforms are. It's so quick. It's like, oh, okay, but you go on YouTube, longer form of content. So tap in me with the YouTube. I definitely bring out a lot of informational videos and workouts and amazing interviews as well. My face. Can I talk about my Facebook group real quick?
Oh yeah, go talk about everything. Everything.
Facebook group, man. I do a Facebook group called the Bernhard Accountability Family. It's just accountability group where we just keep each other accountable, you know.
Right.
And sometimes we do a raw vegan fast and detox quarterly. It really depends. Like sometimes we'll do it as a group. It's an amazing group. It's growing by the day. What else?
What was the name of that group, Scott?
The Bernhard Accountability Family. You can just go to my Instagram and tap the link and you'll see it there. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Dope. That's dope, man. Like, hey, man. Yeah, go ahead.
I got,
Go ahead. Keep doing your
things.
thing.
Yes, please go to the website www.workhardbernhard.com if you're looking for someone, and that someone is me, to coach you and to keep you accountable on your fitness and wellness goals. You'll be provided a custom workout plan. It can be either calisthenics or gym focused, whatever it is, doesn't matter. And custom meal plan as well too. Vegan, plant-based, things of that nature. It's just gonna be for you. You know, it's a great way to start the new year as well. So go to the website www.workhardbernhard.com and look out for my retreats coming August 9th to the 12th in beautiful Jamaica, St. Mary, Vital Frequency Retreat. The Bernhard Wellness Retreat is coming real soon. So look out for that, people.
That's dope. That's dope. Hey man, I gotta get on them calisthenics, man. I've been doing 100 push-ups a day for the last week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting there, and I'm a show. I've been on these herbs and them calisthenics. Like I'm gonna get like Scott, man.
Listen, hey Bobby, we can work together, man. Let me coach you, man. Let me show you right.
I'm gonna take you up,
my brother.
I'm gonna take you up on that too, man.
Okay.
Indeed. Hey man, hey brother, I appreciate you, man. Much love, much respect. Keep doing what you're doing, man, at the highest level, family. Congratulations for everything. Yes, much love, and we definitely gonna get back at this.
Yes, we are. We definitely got to step back on this.
You better believe it. So much love, Scott Bernhard. Workhardbernhard.com. Follow him on Instagram, YouTube. Visit his Facebook group. All of that, my family, man. I love you, bro. Have a good night, man.
I love you too, family.
Indeed. Yes. Fruit Up family, I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, Fruit Up with Bobby Smith, get in there. Y'all see what's going on. Tuesday, we right back at it, 8 p.m. Tuesday, we back with Lucy Lou and her. You do not want to miss her story. It's phenomenal, family. We might have to do like 3 or 4 shows for her. So the Facebook challenge, February 1st, fruits and herbs. Get at me for that. 30-day reality check going strong. It's going down, family. Y'all know what it is. It's the Fruit Up lifestyle. We not playing no games. Y'all see what's going on. We bringing high-level individuals on. Much love to my brother Scott. And that's what's up. Man. So y'all stay tuned, and we gonna show y'all what we got coming up next, man. We Lucy Tuesday.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start the waves. I've been dreaming.